The 31st January deadline stays. And so I'm asking, how ready are you for the deadline for the old notes to still be a legal tender or to be in circulation? And then if you are a business owner, or if you run any kind of business that involves collecting cash from people, cash transactions, right? Do you still collect the old notes? If yes, when do you plan to stop? And then as a Nigerian who loves to be sure of where his treasure is, if you still have the monies, the piles of cash in your house, what is your plan? Talk to me. The number is 0809-030-6416, and I'm also taking your messages on Facebook, so head on there and leave a comment on our Facebook page, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, and then you can also tweet at Nigeria Info PH or send a message via Instagram. Yeah, that's it. Nigeria Info FM _PH. So let's talk. And then I think some people are still kind of like saying they've not really seen these new Naira notes. Is it possible there's someone who has not seen the money? And you're not locked up in a house? You're not in the hospital, receiving treatment or something? You're not in jail? You're mingling with people, but you've not seen the Naira notes. If you are one of such persons, please scream. I want to hear you. All right, Chisom is calling from Bani. Hello, Chisom.
Yeah, concerning the topic you brought this afternoon. Wow, the CBN is doing a good job. I support the CBN, for them to keep the 30th of January, the 1st of January as the last day.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. Why I said it's good?
No, I'm not asking. Hold on, Chisom. Hello. I'm not asking whether I'm trying to also pass a message across. I'm not asking if the CBN policy is good or not good. I'm asking for your readiness. So I want to know, do you still have the old notes with you?
My business now is take transfer.
Oh, what kind of business do you do?
That is my business now. For now, for cash, no cash.
Okay, thank you very much for calling, Chiso. We have else to you. Yeah, that's already. Go on, Ebube.
Okay, I want to comment on the what we're discussing.
That's why you called in.
Yeah, business woman.
All right. Ebube, did you say you've seen new notes?
I've not seen new notes.
Do you mean not seen all of them, or you've seen some?
Somebody showed me on the phone, but physically I've not seen the new notes.
Interesting. So that means you're still collecting the old notes.
I'm still collecting the old money.
Do you have up to 50,000 naira of the old notes with you?
So as I do my transaction every day, if I finish selling, I will deposit to the PO. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. But when do you actually intend to stop collecting the old notes?
The deadline, please. We are ready to send the deadline.
All right, Ebube. I'm also asking, when do you intend to stop collecting the old notes?
Maybe by Tuesday.
Tuesday? Tuesday is 31st.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I will reach it for years, for buyers a year.
All right, I can't hear her any longer. Thank you very much for calling, Ebube. Mene Handsome on Facebook says, since CBN released the notes, I have not used it. Seen it only once, just the day before yesterday at my workplace. Oh, interesting. And then Chile Edwin says, talking about the new Naira notes, it's more like occupying ourselves with sweet nothing because the CBN is busy pursuing a cashless policy. Hence, they are trying to mop up the Naira notes in circulation, and Nigerians must learn to always key into government policies and programs rather than always complain about everything done by the government. And after some days, now, nobody, including the press, will talk about Naira notes any longer, and this is who we are. Let me see. We have Onyekachi calling in from SAS Road. Hi, Onyekachi, you're welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
I still have that old Naira note. I don't know.
Could you say that again, Onyekachi?
I still have the old Naira note.
Like you have 500 naira in your house that you're not using.
Yes.
Just 500 naira.
I have 500. You have 1,000 naira.
I want to be sure of how much we're talking about.
I have up to 50,000 naira.
Up to or 50,000 naira and above.
Yes.
So what's your plan?
It's for me to take the money to the bank so they will change it for me.
When do you plan to do that?
In my bank.
When are you planning to go do that? Today is Wednesday.
I will go, I'm not saying that it's serious, so I will go on Friday before the ending of the month over.
Okay. I hope it's not October, I heard. Thank you for calling, Onyekachi. All right, Antonia is calling from Ajib. Hello, Antonia. All right, please do well to call back if you can. So what are your plans? What do you plan to do to ensure that you are not caught up when the trumpet sounds on the 31st of January 2023? Pam, padam, padam. CBN says today is the day that we shall stop collecting the old notes. What's your plan? Do you plan to be one of the people that will be left behind? Will you be ready when... Okay, let me not do that. Getting back to the messages on Facebook, Festus Wogu says, the new Naira note seems to be a mere mirage because I haven't set my eyes on the 200 and 500 Naira notes. Okay. I'm sure that the 31st January deadline wouldn't work because of poor circulation of the notes. Even the ATMs are still dispensing old notes till this morning. Interesting. So I was reading an article from one of the news outlets, and they were talking about, I think they spoke to a banker, all right, who told them the issue they're having, that they don't really have enough of this money in their vaults. But they're hoping that this week things are going to look up. So let's see what's going to happen from now till Friday, Saturday. Yeah, and that reminds me, banks were told to also work on Saturdays to ensure that people get these Naira notes. So I don't know if that one still stands, because it seems we moved from there to the CBN ordering the banks to ensure that they stash or load their ATMs with the new Naira notes. And of course, we went from there to try to not obey that. Well, we're still here. Daniel from Rioma. Hello, Daniel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. First one, I'm putting my back MF and the right and the associate. If you want to bless economy, they should do without the owners first and seize it and apply the new one.
Okay, hold on. When you say they easily, what do you mean by that? Easily, well, the old.
The time, at least for 1 month period, continue to seize the note. Commercial banks to seize the note. At least for 1 month extension, not like the one I have that should be June or July. I don't want to have June or July. Okay. I have early before the time. They should extend the time at least 20 or even 3 weeks, 24 hours. Order the commercial bank to continue seizing the old note. But commercial bank go to the foot note of the POS. Then why are they suffering Nigerians in this form? If they want to do cashless policy or with money or without money, they should do it responsible because of the common men in the communities and the villages.
All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. We have Julius from Rumibo. Hi, Julius.
Auntie Constance, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You're welcome. Please, you have to speak up.
I don't know. I'm trying to shout in a network. Well, let me speak up.
All right, go on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So we still have the old currency, and we even went to the bank withdraw during the week, and it was still the old one they are giving to us.
Okay, hold on, Julius. When you say us, who are you referring to?
I'm talking about my family.
Your family, you mean you, your wife, your children? Okay, so you all went to the ATM, and that's what you're saying?
Different times.
When exactly, please?
Monday up to yesterday.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm wanting to know. The National Assembly said they should accept July, and this man said no. Is he the one who employed himself?
Was it the National Assembly that employed him? Like okay. Thank you for calling, Julius. Oh my God. Julius really made me laugh right now. Okay, I'm seeing messages here on WhatsApp. Wow. When did I come on air? Okay, I'm going to start from here. Livinus Njoko from HA says the CBN should help to achieve the deadline by flooding the banks with the new notes and continue massive withdrawal of the old ones. I will stop accepting the old notes 2 days to the deadline as a businessman. All right, so we're looking at Sunday for you. Okay, that's the 29th of this month. I've seen the new naira notes and I've spent it too, but people around my area can rarely access the new naira notes. I'm in our order precisely. I'll plead with the CBN to extend the deadline. All right, thank you. And this person sends me a picture of an ATM machine, and what I see coming out of that ATM machine is the old 1,000 naira note. And he says, I'm astonished that till today, machines still dispense old currency. This is suicidal, to be candid. My question is this. Does this new policy also affect transfer transactions as per transfer limit for each day? I need you to be more specific. I don't understand what you're asking me, but the CBN already has all of that mapped out. All right, what you should do. As an individual, if you're transferring up to 500,000 naira, there's an amount of money, there's a percentage you get to pay. Yeah, at least I know as much as that. And then for corporate organizations, there's also an amount. All right, so I think that's it. What's your name? Odili Chooks Chris from Omoko says, good afternoon. As a businessman who deals on anything cold and frozen, see adverts, I've decided to stop collecting the old notes on Friday, the 27th of January. This decision was taken after the CBN has insisted that 31st January is sacrosanct. Thanks. All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, Constance Mega. I will stop collecting the old naira notes on 29th of January. I have only seen 1,000 naira notes and I haven't seen the others. Mr. Roundface from Rumekini. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Roundface. You know, I'm also concerned for the churches. I don't know what plans the CBN also has for, religious organizations, because I don't know what the pastors are going to do. Are you going to tell people by next weekend, that's February, by next Sunday, that's show your offering? Ushers, go around. If anybody's holding the old naira notes, let them not put it inside the offering box. I don't know if that's the plan. Esther is calling from Rumibo. Hello, Esther.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, first of all, I haven't seen the naira note, the new naira note.
None of them?
I haven't seen any of the denominations.
Wow.
I haven't. My mother is a trader.
Okay.
She had an issue with a customer. I was talking with her on phone a couple of days ago, and then she was telling me somebody came to buy something and gave her Cameroon money, and she refused to take the money. And apparently, my mother doesn't even know that there's a change of currency.
Oh my goodness
so
me!
Maybe the person paid out with new money, and the person had eaten the thing already.
Yeah, well.
And she said she was not going to collect that money. That is money from Cameroon, and they had that issue of that. Up until yesterday, I got money from the ATM, and it was the old naira note that was dispensed. So if you are giving an ultimatum that we should, nobody should collect the old naira note on 31st, by now, it should have flooded everywhere with the new naira note. If the banks are still dispensing old naira notes, does it not show that something is wrong? Because the bank collects the money from the CBN. Every morning they go to the CBN to get the money they dispense to us. So are you saying that the CBN actually has the new naira notes and the banks are dispensing old naira notes? Where are the banks getting the old naira notes?
Okay.
There is something wrong with the system. Let's not tire for this country.
I beg, never tire. Thank you for calling, Esther. Antonia has called back from Ajib. Hello, Antonia. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please, I wanted to say something here because for transporters, all this transport money because boarding a bus now or a taxi, you still collect, you still get the old money from them. Since the bank is unable to give you any money, so it's really hard.
Okay.
Yes. And also, myself, or whenever I go to bank, I always think that it's new money that they will give me. Even if I went into the bank to be able, I always get an old money.
All right. So how much cash of these old naira notes do you have?
So many, and not too much.
No amount of money is too much. How much?
Okay, about 100.
100,000 naira.
Yes.
Is that what you can't really say? Okay. So what is the plan actually? Do you intend to hold on to that 100,000 naira till next week?
I don't know, but I'm trying to dispatch it now. Maybe using some to buy a few things. Then I just don't know how to do it.
Don't you have an account number, Antonia?
With a big star.
Do you have an account?
I have an account.
With a recognized bank in Nigeria?
Yes.
How about you go into the bank and deposit the money with them? Okay. While she's still thinking about what to do, I hope 31st January doesn't come, right? Isaac is calling from GRA. Hello, Isaac.
Oh, yes. Good morning.
Good morning. It's actually afternoon, but you're welcome.
Yes. Talking about the old naira and new naira notes, I'm just leaving Market Square at GRA here, and somebody has a bundle of it in the bag, and he's selling it at $57 to people. And people are saying they've not seen the new naira notes. And somebody has it in a bag that is dispensing if you are interested outside there at Market Square, selling to people, interested buyers. And we are complaining.
Did you get to find out how much this person is selling?
Money is everywhere. He's selling, yes, he's selling. If you have the old naira note, he gives it. And he gives you bundles, no matter the amount. He has a full bag of it.
Wow.
You can just come across it as Market Square.
Thanks for calling, Isaac. All right, so this also brings me to the news I came across online as well, where in some places in Abuja, I'm trying to find that particular story. Where is it? Where is this place now? Yeah, a popular Day bridge. I don't know if it's Day or Didi, but it's DIE bridge in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. So the story goes that there are hawkers there. They're hawking the naira notes and they're selling it for as much as 29,000 naira for a bundle of the 200 naira notes, and that is 20,000 naira. They sell it for 29,000 naira. So they're making a gain of 9,000 naira. And first of all, hawking the naira notes is actually illegal. It is against the CBN Act. It outlaws any action by anyone who hawks, sprays, and squeezes the naira or dances or writes on it. And someone is telling us right now that there is a naira note hawker around the GRA axis selling the new naira notes that people are complaining that they have not seen. And this person has the notes in bundles. How did he get the money? Ikechukwu is calling from Eastern Bypass. Hello, Ikechukwu.
Yes. Hello, good day. Yeah,
you're welcome.
You see this thing going on about new naira currency. Hello?
I'm listening.
I suspect CBN must have issued a good quantity or not much of it into circulation to the public, but has been hijacked by some of these politicians through some of these bank managers by giving them this old currency in exchange of the new currency. That is what I suspect that's going on. This is Nigeria.
Interesting.
Hello?
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Ikechukwu. I mean, that is also something that we could ponder on. Because why would the CBN go as far as threatening to sanction the banks? You know, saying you guys are sabotaging this process. Ensure you load your ATMs with the new naira notes. And then the banks are acting like they don't have enough. How come you don't have enough? Is it that the CBN is speaking from two sides of their mouth? On one hand, they're telling us the banks have the money, whereas the banks do not have the money. Or maybe just like this last caller said, the banks have been given enough, but politics is happening. Good afternoon, Constance. Banks are our problems. I can't imagine that up until now, people are roaming around from banks to banks without getting the new naira notes. In fact, ATMs are not dispensing money. The Strait of Mile 1, no ATM is paying as I speak. I have only one piece of 500 naira notes. CBN should sanction banks for holding the new naira notes and continuous dispensing of the old notes till now. I can't imagine the suffering it will cause, especially those at rural areas. If we here can't get it, CBN should consider and give extension. Your name is Lady V. Well, for the people in the rural areas, I think the CBN actually has something in place for them. That's today is Wednesday. That started on Monday. So the CBN says it has plans for them. All right. And the plan is to go to them and change the money they have. Give them cash, and they're looking at 10,000 naira is the highest amount of money anybody in the rural area can get from them. And if they are to pay in anything more than that, it will be taken in as a deposit. They will not get anything more than 10,000 naira. All right. So let's see. Wow, the messages are a lot. Okay, I can't take any more calls right now, so I can just read through the messages here because we'll have another conversation after the news at 1. Good day, Constance. For me, I have just filed the 3 new denomination in my wardrobe for future reference. Outside that, I don't have the old notes. Okay. Good day, presenter. I think that what people need now is to be better informed that the government has a policy and has programmed itself for an agenda of making Nigeria a cashless country and not just about carrying naira notes about. And the people must learn to always key into government policies and programs rather than complaining about everything done by government. And the people from our end here are fond of making unnecessary comments, while those we refer to up north that they are not educated are always going along with the government. Your name is Elder. Oh, well. It's been said before now, we're going cashless. So I don't think anybody should be expecting to get 1 million naira cash. It's not going to happen. But hey, never say never, right? Someone already mentioned that he's smelling a rat. And maybe politicians have hijacked the process of getting the new naira notes to every Nigerian. All right, I can't take all the messages, but I'm just going to try. I just have less than 1 minute before commercials, and then after the commercials, I'll finish the messages. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info. As for me, I still collect the old money, but I'm planning to stop by Friday this week. Any old notes I take, I immediately pay into POS. The major problem is that the new notes are not even adequately circulated. If the new notes are not enough, then the deadline should be extended. This show of power between Emefiele and the National Assembly will only frustrate the common man. Precious Chibueze from Mile 3. All right, thank you, Precious Chibueze, for your message there. For the CBN to blame the deposit money banks for not picking the new naira notes means the CBN is for not picking. I don't understand what you mean by for not picking. I don't understand what you're saying, really. I did not say that on the show, so I don't know what you're saying. Okay, commercials.
It's a new dawn for Nigeria.
right, so a message here on Twitter. Dim VC Okoli says the new notes are not in circulation yet, and they want people to stop using the old notes. Problem go day on 31st. Okay, now let's see this one's here. I blame the banks and CBN for not printing enough of new money. They should extend the deadline to avoid problems. Skillful Pero is your name. All right. This person says the new notes are not in circulation. Even today, ATM still paid me with the old notes. How do we pay transportation and do daily activities if you can't spend money by next week because it's just 1,000 naira I've seen? NF from Port Harcourt. And then DJ from Port Harcourt says most of your callers have as much as 100k cash at home and they are not business people. And we say Nigerians are living in poverty? I don't understand it. Well, Mr. DJ, you must also know that Nigerians are not only those of them in Port Harcourt, right? All right, good afternoon, Constance. Mopping up old naira notes. Is this how it is being done in other countries? In everything, Nigerians are continuously turned upside down. I still have some money at home, but if I stay here in Port Harcourt till Friday, I will call my wife to break where this money is and pay into my account or hers. CBN governor said that they have given banks money. These money are not visible in our banks. If it's true, why telling Nigerians? Don't they know what to do? Emeka in Port Harcourt. Emeka said he has something they will break to move money. Good morning. All right. It's actually afternoon. Mr. Famous Felicius. Concerning the church, my pastor has started announcements on our online platform and asked us to tell others offline too to come on Sunday with the new note. All right. So I mentioned that briefly. The churches, what's the plan for them? Really? Because I'm sure people will keep money. People that have not given up to 200 naira offering. Next week Sunday, they will not carry 5,000 naira, 1,000, and go and put offering. I love you, Lord. They love the Lord more than everybody. Yeah. That's what some people are going to do. Some people are planning to now come and make a pledge of whatever amount of money and go and give the church in cash. Well, I also want to believe that that the churches also have plans. This one is telling me church is Sunday, deadline is Tuesday. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying after the deadline. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this particular Sunday that is coming. I'm talking about next week Sunday, after the deadline. People are going to give offering with the old notes. So I don't know if the pastors are planning to, or the churches are planning to tell people, you will show us how much you're putting. Let's see the cash before we will know if you will give to the Lord or not. All right, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Let's go out for the news. And of course, afterwards, we'll talk about knowing a person's true character. My name is Constance. Stay tuned.
Real stories,